would say I'm a bit disappointed. I had a little bit of expectation of being on the ocean today, and on the maps it looks a bit further. So we have left the anchorage and we are heading out and to open waters, and the wind is favorable and we are planning to go somewhere a little bit more special today. We are heading out to the open sea from Sognesjøen. So we are in a place called Sognesjøen, and that's the outer end of Sognesjøen. So we are just gliding along, doing 4.5 knots. We have about 5 meters per second wind. So this lighthouse over here, that is the last bit of Sognesjøen. Outside of that we are in the open ocean, and we are going to a small community or fishing village or whatever we should call it. It has been in the past called Utvær, which is just a little bit up behind here. So we are toggling the course a few degrees north and sailing across to Utvær, and if we are lucky with the wind and so on, we might even go to the next fishing village, which is Utvær, which is just yeah, really close by. It's the next group of small islands. The wind is going to be good. It's going to pick up a little bit in a few hours, so we're going to have about 6 meters per second, perhaps 7. That's 12 to 14-15 knots of northerly winds, so that's going to be good for this passage. And tomorrow it's going to veer west, so that's going to be good for heading home. We are passing the lighthouse now, and I would say I'm a bit disappointed. I had a little bit of expectation of being on the ocean today, and on the maps it looks a bit further. So it's quite a disappointment, but I don't know if you can pick it up yet, but I can even see the houses. And I haven't left past the lighthouse for sure yet, so yeah, it's not going to be a far sail. That is Utvær, and we're going to go across those islands and head to the lighthouse on Utvær, which is a little bit further out, but yeah, in my mind I imagined a little bit further jump than this, but this scenery is wonderful. The wind is less than I had foreseen, but that could be due to the islands nearby, so I guess we'll get a little bit more when we move on a little bit. And as I said, it's gonna pick up during the day, so yeah, it's wonderful, warm, nice, sunny, it's all good. It's just I'd expected a little bit more of a sail. But that's the way it is. But look at the scenery here. So this is out to the North Sea, probably Faya, the islands outside of mainland Norway, Sognesjøen, and back to the lighthouse. So this puts a little bit more perspective of it. This is Norway behind us. This is the open sea. And this is Utvær. These are some islands belonging to this island chain that's a bit further south. And we are going to pass them now, and we're going to head up to Utvær. The winds are not quite as far north as we had hoped, so that's why we're picking this outer route, and then we will coast back down in between all of the islands after we visited Utvær. We've put a reef in the main, and we filled up some of the genoa. We had 8.7 meters per second wind a while back. That has come down a bit now, but it's going to pick up during the day, so I figured I could just leave the reefs in. We are doing good speed, and yeah, we have about 7 meters per second now, so that's about 14 knots. So it's okay to be reefed anyway. So yeah, just gliding along. We shook the reefs out, and we're doing about just above 4 knots into the wind, more or less. Yeah, we're heading a bit more west, and then we're gonna turn north to get to the lighthouse at Utvær. So yeah, the islands at Utvær is the most western point in Norway, so it's nice to have been there. So yeah, we're just gliding along. Weather is still perfect, so couldn't have asked for better conditions to go out here. So this is absolutely fantastic. I'll swipe around with the camera. This is the lighthouse at Utvær. And from here on out it's just the North Sea. So yeah, it's about it. We will make a tack in a while and head to Utvær. So we have made our tack and are now heading back into Utvær. So this is nice. We are making the course that we need to just. So when we get close, I will drop the sails outside and motor in, because there's a lot of shallows and I've never been here before, so I'd like to have good control over the boat. So I'll motor in the channel into the lighthouse, and we'll have a look and see if we can get onto a dock where the main settlement is. There's not many houses out there. If there's no spots available at the dock, we will just proceed to Utvær. So this is the lighthouse at Faya. We are now just entering. We just made another tack and then dropped the sails right out this channel up to the lighthouse. So we are gonna have a look. There is plenty of other boats coming in. There came a sailboat with the bare poles from Bavaria, I guess, and I can see 3 cabin cruisers. So I guess there is gonna be packed in there, so I don't think we're gonna be able to get a berth. But we're gonna have a look around anyway. So this is the landscape. I had to be a little bit quick about it because I need to pay attention to where I'm driving, because this is tricky maneuvering.
Vi ser jo ganske bra med,
Ja, vi gjør det.
med båten. Vi kjører jo innimellom alle veier her.
Ja.
Ser man her ute. Ja, fine vinkel her med ute.
It's pretty nice. So this is the lighthouse. I guess this is the best view you're gonna get. And look at this beautiful boat here, moored up or anchored. That's really nice. So this is the harbor. There was too many boats in there, so I didn't expect to find any docks available. So I just turned around and went back out. Didn't want to create a mess in there. We are now heading to Utvær, which is the neighboring fishing village. So that's the next destination. It's not going to be far. We've gotten to the anchorage. That's actually quite some time ago. I was anchored 1 minute past 3, if I remember correctly. So we are in the archipelago of Utvær. So we are in the open ocean. It's just some small islands sitting in a small area. There's a lot of shallows and underwater skerries and so on around here, so it's quite difficult. We motored from Utvær and down to Utvær. That's not really far. It's yeah, I motored at 4 knots, and yes, it took less than an hour. So we had dinner on the way and motored and charged up the batteries a little bit. Dropped the anchor and has been sitting here since. It was really sunny when we arrived. It's now clouded over and it's rather overcast. It's about 15 degrees out. It's been blowing quite a bit. Now it's calmed down. It's going to calm down even further, but it was blowing 14-15 knots, gusting 20. So it's been quite windy, and the boat has been veering about quite a bit here in the same spot, but snaking around on the anchor. But the anchor sat well. First try, it just grabbed and held, and yeah, didn't budge. So it's we're gonna stay here until tomorrow, and then we are heading south towards some islands past Feie. I think the island that we are going to visit is called Bøøya. That is the plan anyway. Winds are going to be westerly, veering to the south during the day, so we're going to try and get an early start and utilize the westerly winds. So that is the plan. Otherwise, not much happening. Peaceful and quiet. There is a bit of traffic going by here, even though it is narrow. You can see there is channel markers, so there is a place that you can drive the boat through, but there's quite a bit of shallows around here. So, but I'm amazed of the amount of small local boats just passing through here at speed. But that's, I guess that's natural. So yeah, that's about it.